Session Judge sir, Mr. President, District Bar Association Ludhiana, Mr. Sakrit, the other office bearers, the valued and distinguished members of the District Bar Association Ludhiana. It's a very pleasant sight. I say this at least once a day, even when I'm there working in the High Court, that that's where we belong. So it's transitory that we cross over to this side and do our functions, what are assigned to us for a limited span of time. But then you can't take a lawyer out of a person who's practiced for a while in the bar and is making place for yourself. That's strength. And in so far as I've seen the play, it ought to have been there right in the beginning itself, because in the present day and age, when the things have advanced so much, so anybody too will conceive that two buildings, I'm told on record, 49% the job is already done. I myself sifted through the files. I spoke to the officer concerned. He was here in Madam Nadava's chamber in the morning. I spent about 40 minutes with him. And he's given us an assurance that he would complete the entire balance work would be executed in the next 2-3 months. And on 15th June, he would hand over the entire things to us, complete all civil works, etc., etc. So even though the elevators, the lifts have to be installed, then there again the work was assigned by way of tender to somebody, and the time granted was about 4 to 6 months. And those 6 months have long elapsed. But again, the contractor to whom the work has been allotted, he said since the building is not complete, there is no occasion for me to install the lifts. But he too has given an assurance that the moment the civil works are complete and is given the place, he will not take more than 30 days to install the lifts also. So I believe that takes care of your concern, and hopefully everything would be in order as committed by them. And nevertheless, I am not far. I am only a phone call away, and I promise, I commit to you that even if I go from here, I'll keep a track as to how the things move. I'll monitor the progress, and I'll see to it that they stick to the promise they have made to me during the day. So that's one. Second, bar and bench relation. Now, this phrase is not new to any one of us. People before us, people during our times, people after we are gone would continue to rig this up again and again. But I'm happy to say this, that the cordial relation, bar and bench, well, it's one large extended family. I think all of us, we spend more time here in the courts than we spend actually at home or with the families. Even if you go back home at 4:30, 5 o'clock and your evening office starts, you see, you barely have about an hour and a half to mingle with the family, sit with them, watch a bit of a television, go out for a walk and then sleep, to come again the next morning. And then again the lamp is on at 4, 5 in the morning. Because few of us, we finish our work, we study in the night, be that 11, 12, whatever. You finish our task and then sleep. And then few of us, you see, who wake up in the morning to run through our briefs and then come to the court. So, since we spend most of our time here, be that your colleagues, be that the judges who are posted here, be that for 2 years, 3 years, whatever is the time period, at the end of the day, it's one family. You are absolutely right that the relationship, unless it's cordial, congenial, harmonious, pleasant, it's not possible to work. Not only for you, even for the judicial officer. Let's give it to them also here. Because nobody has any personal acts to grind, they're prime to the profession. Those who have been in these corridors for half a century, or maybe more than that. I think a young judicial officer, or for that matter even a young lawyer, has a lot to learn from. Do you think that if a young lawyer sitting here, be that madam or a youngster there, if he knocks at the door of a person who's 50 years in the profession, he would say no to it? I've been saying this throughout my life and career, and I have no hesitation to say it again since it's a repeat value, that this is one such profession that if a youngster needs help, madam needs help, the boy sitting there in the corner needs help, no matter where you are in which corner of the country, you knock at the door of a lawyer, say, I'm a lawyer, this is what my visiting card is, I need help. No matter what, he for sure 9 out of 10 times would open the door for you. That's what the community is. That's what our, bonding is. So if that is what is sorted, I see no reason why there should be a discord, why there should be a difference of opinion, why should there be any scope or a room for resentment. And later in the evening, I'm meeting the judicial officers also, because during the day I met them when I came briefly for about 5-10 minutes. And since we are going to meet up for over an hour, see, from 5 to 6, I for sure would convey the sentiment of the bar, the feelings of the bar, and of course these are not your concerns and feelings. These are my feelings too, because I myself have been a member of the bar for 23 years before I became a judge in the High Court. So, and as I told you right in the beginning, a fourth generation, I know the challenges you are faced with, I know the difficulties you are faced with, I know a problem a lawyer goes through. It's not an easy profession. It's a one-man industry. It's very easy from the outside, easy to 10 to 4, the lawyers and this, that or the other. One proposition, one matter, if you have to do conscientiously, it takes everything out of you. So I don't need to dilate much on it. But I think I'm under an obligation, I'm under a duty that before I leave, the message is driven home to the judicial officers that the respect begets respect. If they are respectful, they are accommodating, they are cooperative. So that's how it goes. And here I would say that even the youngest member of the bar commands perhaps the same amount of respect as I do from a judicial officer here. And it's vice versa. So I would request you people also and members of the bar, they are not aliens, they are not strangers. They are members of the same family. So you also have to see, at times what happens is this, you see somebody is sitting here with 50 years, 40 years, 60 years of practice. As I said in the beginning, I have no hesitation. I have learned a lot from few of the members of this bar. And again, without no hesitation, I would say, Mr. Garg, I do not know whether he is here or not. I in fact never met him for good 5, 6, 7 years. And though I continued talking to him over the telephone for say 3, 4, 5 years, because while I was in the profession, you see the matters from District Ludhiana being argued by me as a senior counsel. So I would often tell the client that, like somebody who's argued the matter, worked really hard on the brief, see, be that the trial level or even arguing the first appeal before the district judge or the additional district judge, please connect me with him, because I wish to put up the best show possible in the court tomorrow when I rise to argue your case. So if I can learn something more, somebody who's worked on the brief, right from the stage of settling the pleadings and then the written statement and the issues and the evidence, the cross and the argument and the judgments and then the appeal and then so on and so forth. So there will always be a lot to draw and benefit from the man's experience. So please connect me. So it's a little story that I happened to speak to Mr. Garg, Mr. Praveen Garg, you see 7, 8, 9 times, and you see 9 out of 10 times he would say, yes, this is exactly, the issue is I don't need to add anything further. You really grasped it well, this, that or the other. But one time there would always be a value addition. He would say that room for disrespect or being rude or rough. He in any case would be the beneficiary of the 50 years experience of the person has, you see, to his command. So be rest assured that before I leave, I will connect with the judicial officers, tell them that this is what the profession is all about, and working in a good, harmonious, congenial atmosphere is not only good for your physical health but your mental health and sanity also. You will enjoy your work far more. So this is given. So be rest assured that you please cooperate with them, please try and understand, because Ludhiana is a huge district. It's a back-breaking exercise. At the end of the day, somebody who has to put a pen to the paper, he has to think twice. You see, he has to finalize the order, and which is subject to first appeal, second appeal, and then so many things. So young minds, you don't learn everything overnight. Just because you crack the examination, you become a judicial officer, and the first posting being in Ludhiana, that the presumption is that you know everything. Which is why I said that you learn by and by. And since it's a huge opportunity, where else in Ludhiana? Which other district? Be that Ludhiana, Jalandhar, Amritsar, and Patiala, and few other districts. I think it's a prime posting for the judicial officers. They have a lot to learn, and I would request you to please cooperate and extend all possible, you see, I would say, extend all courtesies and cooperation so that, you see, they deliver their best. for sure they would do their bit, they would do their part. They have to be, and they will be extremely respectful and cooperate with you. This is what I said. Please renovate it into the manner. That's all. So that was one which is achieved. And the fourth is the new chamber complex for advocates. So, see, both the president and the secretary of the bar, they were with me. We've seen the notings and the files moving from here to the building committee of the High Court, building committee Punjab. There are some technical issues. You see, there are some civil lines. There are some other issues also, which doesn't make it viable for the time being to build anything at the designated spot. So, without wasting much of a time on that, I would say there is an alternative to this. There is another piece of land that is adjoining, which to begin with was about 4 acres, which houses also an old police station. So the area had reduced a little, though the departments had cleared the drawings, everything is clear. In September 24, the Administrative Secretary of the Home Department had attended that meeting in the High Court. I've read the statement made there as also the proceedings. So they had said that they would make every possible endeavor to clear that side, which can possibly house the new judicial complex, the extension, as also the third phase of the lawyers' chamber also. So I had met the ADC in the post-lunch session. He has to get back to me after talking to the Chief Administrator Kalada, who was there in Chandigarh to attend some meeting. So he would revert to me. I told him that I won't go back till the time you give me a cogent response, a promising response, that how much time more would you take to make that place available. Whether it is today 4 acres, 3.5 acres, whatever. Half an hour back before coming here, the correspondence are being exchanged because this was just recently moved. The old lips, which are for the usage of the general public, they are operational. Possibly there is nothing wrong there. But be that as it may, even this is being taken at the war footing, and Madam Randhawa is already connected with the people concerned, and hopefully this too would click and fall in place in short time. And in so far as for opening of inspection cell, so I was told by the office bearers of the bar that there was time, you see, when there was an exclusive space designated for this purpose, the lawyers would carry out inspections of the briefs, and but later there was some issue because of which it had to be shut down, and now for you people to carry out inspections you have to go to the concerned court, and that's how the files are made available to you. So I'll be very frank and straightforward that in High Court we have separate arrangements. Whenever we apply for inspection, there is an inspection room, there is an inspection branch. The files are delivered to the lawyers there, and that's very important, particularly for the young minds and the young members of the bar. Believe me, that half the battle is won if you've inspected the records well. Unless you've inspected the records, you would paginated the paper book, you know which document lies where is the cross-examination, the statement of the witnesses. Perhaps you could always fumble. There could always be, you see, a confusion when you are arguing a matter there. Be that as it may, I spoke to Madam Randhawa on this also, and as always, she was extremely gracious, and she's already given you one room on the 3rd floor, which would be available for inspection, designated room from tomorrow or day after, whenever she's there. So that's what she said. She did take even a second to say yes to it. She says, yes, there is a room available, which is quite commodious. So possibly this takes care of your concerns completely. And so far as the regularization of new chamber complex part 2 is concerned, well, I would say that the matter is sub judice before the first division bench. The Chief Justice has already taken cognizance of the petition. It was, you see, a matter which was taken suo motu notice by the first division bench there. It was listed 10 days back, and perhaps some orders have been passed. So, in so far as this matter is concerned, let the law take its own course. But nevertheless, on the administrative side, I'll try and connect with the Chief Justice and let's see what happens. But be that as it may, this being pending on the judicial side, it is being monitored by the office bearers. It is being pursued by the office bearers. So let's see whatever is the outcome. We take it forward from there. Now is to provide multi-story parking for advocates. I visited that spot in the afternoon, so I've seen those reports also. So the last proceeding in the report says there are quite a few trees there, where you see even today, there were quite a few vehicles parked. The lawyers normally park, but then it is on the surface level. What this says is this is a multi-level parking. But then the reasons that were being cited, that possibly it's not feasible for the present, that there are a lot of trees there. So the trees have to be cut. You see, unless that is done, the area is cleared, that will not be possible. So we had asked the office of the Deputy Commissioner to tell us as to how long that is going to take, because as this is taken enormous amount of time, this possibly should have been done within the time that was granted to them. So I believe if somebody from the ADC's office is here or not, the officer is already here, and since I am here tomorrow as well, I will make sure that if at all only trees have to be felled and the decisions are already taken, if all the clearances are in place, sanctions obtained, clearances are in place, and something just needs to be done at the end of the administration, this too should be cleared so that the work starts, even for the multi-level park. And this brings us to the end of all that I had to say. At the end, I would just say 2 lines, particularly for the young members. It's a very heartening sight, it's a very pleasant sight. It possibly something to behold, that you've chosen the best possible profession on earth. Please respect the seniors that you have. You have a lot to gain, you have a lot to learn. Nobody would ever say no to you. You just need to keep patience and keep going. Nothing comes easy. You see, hard work is the key. Having spent these many years, about 23 years in the profession, 11.5 years as a judge of the High Court, I am very, very sure that until and unless you know what you wish to achieve, you know that you are ready to work hard, things won't click. So I have absolutely no hesitation that you are ready to take your own flights. You have everything here to render all possible assistance to you. So with this, I would wish the very best to you. May you all always succeed in all your future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lord, for your promises and assurances which you have given on the dais to our esteemed bar members. Now, I would like to call our worthy President, Vikram Secretary. Please come on, guys.
Dear members, sir, on behalf of DBA Ludhiana, I welcome you. Members, बड़ी कंप्लेंट आई है कि अभी असली इलेक्शन तो बाद किसी को मिले नहीं. Sorry sir, I am talking in Punjabi, but this is how I interact with them. ਅਸੀਂ ਮਿਲੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਗਏ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਸੀ, ਪਰ ਯਕੀਨ ਮੰਨਿਓ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਦਿਨ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨੇ ਦਿਨ ਸੈਸ਼ਨ ਮੈਡਮ ਦੇ ਹੀ ਕੋਲ ਰੋਜ਼ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੀ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮਸ ਹੈ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਹੱਲ ਵਿਦਿਨ ਮੰਥ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ. ਐਂਡ ਮੈਡਮ ਹੈਜ਼ ਪ੍ਰੋਮਿਸਡ ਮੀ ਔਨ ਡੇ 1 ਕਿ ਇਨਸਪੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ 50% ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਮੈਂ ਸੋਲਵ ਕਰੂੰਗੀ. ਐਂਡ ਵਾਟ ਸ਼ੀ ਡਿਲੀਵਰਸ. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਯਾਦ ਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਐਗਜ਼ੀਕਿਊਟਿਵ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਫਸਟ ਡੇ ਗਏ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਦਿਨ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀ 10 ਡਿਮਾਂਡ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਦਿਨ ਹੀ ਰੱਖੀਆਂ ਸੀ. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੈਡਮ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਥੋੜਾ ਸਲੋ ਚੱਲੋ. ਮੈਂ ਮੈਡਮ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਮੈਮ ਯੋਰ ਲॉर्डशिप जो ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਆਰਡਰ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ 2-3 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਚ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੇ, ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਵੀ 10 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਆ, ਮੈਂ ਇਸੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਜੋ ਕਰਨਾ. ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਟਾਈਮ ਘੱਟ ਹੈ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਵੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਘੱਟ ਹੈ. ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਵਾਟ ਆਵਰ ਇੰਟਰੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਵਾਸ. ਅੱਜ ਤੱਕ ਚਾਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੀਤੀ ਜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਐਗਜ਼ੀਕਿਊਟਿਵ ਨੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਕੰਮ ਹੀ ਕੀਤਾ. ਲਾਇਬ੍ਰੇਰੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਮਿਸ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਪਸਕੋ ਕੈਂਟੀਨ ਸੌਰੀ ਓਪਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਦਊਂਗਾ, ਸਰ ਨੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਮਿਸ ਨਿਭਾਤਾ ਜੀ. ਪਾਰਕਿੰਗ ਦਾ ਸਰ ਨੇ ਐਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ ਜੀ. ਕੰਮ करवाने आने चाहिए जी, काम के पिछे पैना चाहिए. पिछे पाओगे सही काम सारे करते जी. असं डर के सिर्फ ये करिए कि लॉर्डशिप तो असं चीज मंगी है भी नाराज ना हो जाए, कुछ ना हो जाए, ऐसा कोई नहीं है जी. लॉर्डशिप सामने बैठे है, बहुत ज्यादा इन्होंने इन्ना मैनू भी सर उम्मीद नहीं सी व्हाट लॉर्डशिप हैज डिलीवर्ड टू अस फ्रैंकली. सर ये मेरे इलेक्शन मुद्दे सी साडे जो तुसीं ना पहली मीटिंग ही खत्म करते. नाउ इट इज टू अवर बार कि ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਗ੍ਰੇਸਫੁਲੀ ਹੋਰ ਅੱਗੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਣਾ, ਕਿਵੇਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਲੁਧਿਆਣਾ ਬਾਰ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਉੱਚਾ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਲॉर्डशिਪ ਵੀ ਕਹਿਣ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਇਸ ਬਾਰ ਦਾ ਇੰਸਪੈਕਟਿੰਗ ਜੱਜ ਰਿਹਾ ਹਾਂ. ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਵੈਰੀ ਗੁੱਡ. ਸਰ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਵਿਸ਼ ਕਰਦਾ ਹਾਂ whatever the speculation that you will be the chief justice, so ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਆਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਲਦੀ ਬਣੋ. मैम एलिवेट होने एज एन लॉर्डशिप ये साडे लुधियाने बार एक बहुत फकर वाली गल होगी रिजेंटमेंट्स होंदियां ने हर एक जगह होंदी है कि इतनी बड़ी बार 90 कोर्ट्स है सर मैं एक और रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहता है सर जो एक्शन प्लान के केसेस ने उन्होंने थोड़ा डाइल्यूट किया जाए बिकॉज 90% ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम इज रिगार्डिंग द प्रेशर ऑफ एक्शन प्लान टेबल ਦੇ ਉਧਰ ਵਾਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਰਿਪੋਰਟਸ ਦੇਣੀ ਹੈ ਟੇਬਲ ਦੇ ਇੱਧਰ ਵਾਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਵਾ ਰਹੇ ਹੈ ਸਰ 90 ਕੋਰਟਸ ਮੋਰ ਦੈਨ 70 ਕੋਰਟਸ ਆਰ ਓਵਰ ਹੇਅਰ ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਨਾਟ ਪ੍ਰੈਕਟੀਕਲੀ ਪੋਸੀਬਲ ਫॉर ਅਸ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਅਸੀਂ 70 ਕੋਰਟਸ ਜਾਈਏ ਸਾਡਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਜਾ ਵੀ ਆਰ ਨਾਟ ਪੈਨਸ਼ਨਰ ਵੀ ਆਰ ਨਾਟ ਸੈਲਰੀ ਬੇਸਡ ਪਰਸਨ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਹਰੇਕ ਮਹੀਨੇ ਨਵਾਂ ਕੇਸ ਆਏਗਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਘਰ ਚੱਲੇਗਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਕਲਾਇੰਟ ਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਸਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਐਡਮਿਨਿਸਟ੍ਰੇਟਿਵ ਲੈਵਲ ਤੇ ਆਪ ਉੱਪਰ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੋ ਆਪਣੇ ਪੂਰੀ ਕੋਲੇਜੀਅਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ ਥੋੜਾ ਐਕਸ਼ਨ ਪਲਾਨ ਡਾਇਲੂਟ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਥੋੜਾ ਸਪੇਸ ਆਵੇ ਵੀ ਆਰ ਬਿਕਮਿੰਗ ਰੋਬੋਟ ਸਰ 9 ਵਜੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ 6 ਵਜੇ ਚਲੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਫਿਰ ਫਾਈਲਾਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਆ ਵੀ ਡੋਂਟ ਹੈਵ ਟਾਈਮ ਫॉर द फैमिली ਵੀ ਡੋਂਟ ਇੰਜੋਇੰਗ ਲੌਟ ਪੈਸਾ ਕਮਾना ਤੇ ਇੰਜੋਇਮੈਂਟ ਬਹੁਤ ਫਰਕ ਹੈ ਸਰ ਪੈਸੇ ਨਾਲ ਇੰਜੋਇਮੈਂਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਪਰ ਇੰਜੋਇਮੈਂਟ ਇਜ਼ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਉਹ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਜੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਤੋਂ ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਆਲ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਥੋੜਾ ਡਾਇਲੂਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਵੇ ਸਰ ਆਈ ਐਮ ਨਾਟ ਹੈਜ਼ਿਟੈਂਟ ਟੂ ਟਾਕ ਟੂ ਯੂ ਲਾਈਕ ਦਿਸ ਬਟ ਇਹ ਮੇਰੀ ਜਨਰਲ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਹੈ ਸਰ it affects our life, it affects our health also. ਇਹਨੂੰ ਸਰ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਰੱਖਣ ਜੀ ਬਾਕੀ ਮੈਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਰ ਦੱਸ ਦੇਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਸਰ ਸੋਲਰ ਪਲਾਂਟ ਸਾਡਾ ਅਲਾਉ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਔਨ ਆਵਰ ਓਨ ਐਕਸਪੈਂਸ ਦਾ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਲੌਰਡਸ਼ਿਪ ਤੋਂ ਇਹਦਾ ਡੋਮੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਵਾਈ ਕਿਸੇ ਜਲਦੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਕੁਝ ਲੌਰਡਸ਼ਿਪ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਗਾਈਡੈਂਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰੀਏ ਤਾਂ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਿਜਲੀ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਕੁਝ ਦੇਖੀਏ ਜੀ ਬਾਕੀ ਜੋ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮਸ ਹੋਏਗੀ लॉर्डशिप अंदर बैठेंगे ਤੁਸੀਂ 1 ਬਾਈ 1 ਜੋ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਗਿਫਟਸ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਬਟ ਅਗੇਨ ਲॉर्डशिप ਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਥੈਂਕਸ ਕਰਦਾ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਇੱਕ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਤੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੰਨਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਸੀ ਇੱਕਦਮ ਹੀ ਠੀਕ ਕੀਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਸਾਰੇ ਜੈਨੂਇਨ ਡਿਮਾਂਡ ਹੈ ਸਰ ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਨਾਟ ਐਨੀ ਗ੍ਰੀਵੈਂਸ ਸਾਡੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕਨਸਟੀਟਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਅੰਬੇਡਕਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਹੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੰਦਰ ਚਾਹਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਵਾਂਟ ਕਿ ਸਰ ਹਰੇਕ ਕੋਰਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਾਂ ਕਨਸਟੀਟਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਅੰਬੇਡਕਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਦਾ ਕੁਝ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ because we drive from this so this is a holy book मैं चाहता कि सर ये चीज हो गई हर एक कोर्ट ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਮੈਂ ਅਗੇਨ ਔਨ ਬਿਹਾਫ ਆਫ DBA ਮੈਂ ਥੈਂਕਸ ਕਰਦਾ ਸਰ ਦਾ ਜੋ ਸਰ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ